mad at me for fighting Mike Tyson? Imagine this.
Jake, we got the biggest deal ever. You versus Mike Tyson. Live on Netflix. You're gonna entertain millions of people and make an unbelievable amount of money. What do you think?
Exactly. That's what I thought. July 20th. Be there. Good boy.
The boxing community is thrilled about the much-anticipated fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Professionals have recently revealed their opponent choices. You might be surprised by many of these upcoming predictions, so make sure to read through to the end for all the details. But before we get started, let's take a look at some of Mike Tyson's most recent training footage that he has released. The main criticism of this fight on the internet is that Tyson is too old and washed up, and that he has no chance against Jake Paul because he is nearly 60 years old. But let me assure you that the man still has extremely strong hands.
We're getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Make sure to activate the post notification and subscribe to the channel. Bell. If you do this, you won't ever miss any new videos from Combat Sports World. Despite concerns about Mike Tyson's age and health, former world champion Oscar de la Hoya has advised Jake Paul not to underestimate him. If you want to take this sport seriously and become a world champion, Jake Paul, then take it seriously. De la Hoya informed reporters, "This is not a popularity contest. In fact, I'm praising Jake Paul here for taking this sport seriously. I'd really feel that if he fights the right fights and takes the right path to that world title, he can actually get there. I'm not sure because it's up to him if he can win it, but he can get there. But he's not going to get there through Mike Tyson. Do I like it? No, because I love Mike Tyson." De La Hoya said, "It won't be dangerous for Tyson because he has a chin. Though I'm sure he can go 6, 7, or 8 rounds. My main concern is Tyson's legacy." De La Hoya is aware of Tyson and Drew Paul's significant financial incentives for the fight. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Anthony Joshua, is one of many people who don't agree with my assessment of the bout. Mike Tyson was one of my childhood idols, so seeing him fight at 57-58 makes me really sad. But I also realize that a lot of people would watch Hearn's story because it's an entertainment event. It's nice to see Netflix get into boxing. I think it will do incredibly well, but I'm not particularly into it," he continued. "I disagree that you should be fighting at the age of 57, and because the man was one of the best fighters of all time. Why do you want to enter the ring at 5% of your former strength and lose to a man like Jake Paul? Jake Paul's best friend lives in this world, after all." When Dana White was recently questioned about the enormous spectacle of a fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, it was clear that he was against the notion because of their stark age differences.
Mike's 60, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Who gives a shit what I think? It's not my fight. I love Mike Tyson, you know, personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know. Let's see what he can go in there and put together a training camp and come in. And, you know, I don't like to see guys fighting. Be a 31-year age difference during that fight. You guys know what I think of that stuff.
Tyson, 56, has been walking with a cane, as he made clear on the Stephen A. Smith program. Despite knowing that there was excitement leading up to Paul versus Mike, Smith was worried Tyson would suffer serious injuries in the fight. "I will admit to you that at this time, I don't believe the hoopla. A single point in time, it's difficult for me to think that someone walking into an arena with a cane will be in the kind of shape necessary to go up against somebody 30 years younger, as Daniel Cormier told me the last time he saw Mike Tyson." Tyson walked into a UFC bout last year. Stephen A. Smith in this context, it's crucial to remember that Tyson not only used a cane on several occasions, but also had ticca. As a result, he had to leave Miami International Airport in a wheelchair in 2022, and he later discussed how the illness affected his speech in an interview with Greta Vannon. Many people have criticized Jake Paul for facing Mike Tyson because, although Tyson is nearly 60 years old and has strength, his body cannot withstand sustained injury, particularly from Jake Paul's right hand after just 30 seconds of pounding pads. Mike stated he has chronic fatigue syndrome, ticca, which flares up occasionally and makes it impossible for him to speak. When Rogan praised Tyson on how well-groomed he looked for his age, Tyson remarked, "I want to tell you about that video. I filmed that video and I was in bed for a week that." Tyson made this claim on the Joe Rogan Experience. "It's not hilarious since it made me realize that this is big guy, but it was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week." Before we continue, could you guys give us some honest predictions about this big fight on July 20th? Do you think Jake Paul pulls off a major upset and knocks out Mike Tyson? Or will Mike Tyson continue to prove why he is the greatest boxer of all time and leave Jake Paul slumped on the canvas? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Conor McGregor has responded to the shocking revelation that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul will be competing this summer. As most of you are aware, Conor and Jake have a history of rivalries that are still going strong, mostly on Jake Paul's end, as evidenced by his repeated jabs at Conor over the past few years, giving the impression that he isn't a fan of this spectacle either.
Thoughts on this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight?
Oh jeez, I don't. It's a bit strange. You know, is my interest? The interest is low, and I don't know. I don't really. I don't understand it.
Got it. Any difference between this one and?
I wish well for Mike.
We're gonna go.
The fight that will truly make history will be streamed live on Netflix from the NFL franchise's home at and T Stadium in Texas, which has 80,000 seats. The Dallas Cowboys, it's time to put Iron Mike to sleep. Mike Tyson has said that he is ready for this fight. "I'm excited to take on Jake Paul in the ring because he's become a much better boxer over the years. It will be entertaining to see what can be accomplished by a young person with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT." Paul went on Instagram to say, "It's crazy to think that less than 4 years after going viral in my second professional fight for stopping Nate Robinson on Mike Tyson's undercard, I'm going up against Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to beat one of boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons. My goal is to become a world champion, and now I have the opportunity to prove it by taking on the greatest heavyweight champion in history, the most dangerous boxer ever, and the baddest man on the globe. It will be an incredible fight." Le'Veon Bell, a former NFL running back who has dabbled in boxing since retiring, isn't holding his breath when Mike Tyson steps back into the ring this summer for his first fight in nearly 4 years. Tyson was once dubbed the baddest man on the planet. Bell believes Tyson will be knocked out in his bout with Jake Paul after a video of the 57-year-old Tyson sparring by Robert Griffin Ile was released. Bell shared his opinions on social media. "Lol, bro. He's only going to be able to sustain that for about 30 seconds in the first round before tiring and being knocked out, but I don't find it shocking that this is the viewpoint of those who don't fully comprehend boxing." The former baddest man alive also plans to destroy his rival YouTuber once and for all. Mike's pal and veteran fighter Zab Judah said of his brilliant career that the multi-million-dollar pay-per-view fight on Netflix is no joke. When asked about the Mike versus Jake battle, Judah revealed, "I personally think that the Mike Tyson that we know, the animal, the lion, he's going to show up that is scary if Mike is taking this fight on, and evidently he knows exactly what he's doing, and trust me, Mike is going to be." Judah claimed that Mike has a mindset similar to that of an animal in the ring that the rookie Paul will not be able to handle. Mike's backers voiced criticism. Judah believes July's Rumble will be special because of Tyson's most recent on-screen altercation with Roy Jones Jr., who claimed it was a staged sparring match. "I don't get that from Mike, because when he gets in the ring, he hands me business, so if he takes on a challenge from Jake Paul is going to have a problem." From a fighter's perspective, I can tell you that he has excelled in all he has done, has been given a tremendous gift, and has taken great ownership and control over his body and everything of it. Because of this, even at the age of 58, he still feels driven to pursue his goals. Let me tell you something about the champion. If he decides to go for the biggest and best, that's what he will do. Whether or not they agree with the fight's morality, one thing is certain: everyone on the internet and in combat sports world will be watching it on July 20. This wraps up today's video. The undercard will probably also have a ton of exciting bouts to satisfy the die-hard boxing fans while maintaining the entertainment factor. Make sure you turn on the post notification bell and subscribe to Fight Fury for future videos from Combat Sports World. This will ensure that you don't miss any uploads till the next one, which we hope to see you in.